Watch how Liquid Death went from $3 million to a $1.4 billion brand in under 6 years. They're not just selling water, they're selling rebellion.
Hello everyone. So in this video I'm gonna breaking down this reel. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the Premiere Pro. So first of all, I bring all the assets here as you can see, and I will teach you at the very beginning that how you can actually break a reel when you saw on Instagram and you like that reel and you check that the reel goes millions of views. So, how you can exactly break down? First, I will teach you that. Okay.
Watch how Liquid Death went from $3 million.
Okay. So, in this video, as I'm doing in Premiere Pro, and this has done in After Effects, so there will be some limitations while I edit in Premiere Pro. Okay. But other than the limitations, we can actually create this kind of visuals. So let's say that what we see on the visual part. So we can see that there is a subject, which is the main subject, and it says that they went from $3 million. So they have just add some money, PNG, and the circle. Okay, so I can't do this kind of circle exactly in Premiere Pro. So what I did, I make that one from After Effects and animate that and just bring it to Premiere Pro to use this one. Okay, now you can see here exactly if I say here, okay, as you can see that there is a shadow. So in After Effects, you can do this in Shadow Studio, but we don't have Shadow Studio on Premiere, so we have no choice to use Drop Shadow only. And here also you can see that also the Drop Shadow, and there is something a bit noisy. So let's say this is one text, this is another, and this is one, and this is another text. Okay, so these are all the text. Also, I can see that the animation of the money is something like this, and this liquid bottle is coming from this with a spin. Okay, so this is the motion of this one. All right, then let's check the composition first. So as you can see, there is a suitcase, okay, with some money falling effect, and there is ribbon that we will create in Premiere. Then we can add the text. So for the text, I will use my own presets, text presets. Okay. So if you don't have the text preset, you can check my description box below. So you can get those. And here there is a ribbon. Okay, that I said, and there is a grid. Okay, I will also have that grid here. As you can see, this is the grid, and in the bottom part there is one text, some additional text here as well. And let's check how it animates. So it's gonna animate something like this, is coming from like from top to bottom, from top to bottom. Okay, and this is a money falling effect. Then see, the money is coming to the frame, and then the next frame, the transition is coming. So it's like zooming to far from the camera. So while zooming, these bottles are blur. You can check here. So it's blur now, and when it going far from the camera, it's gone clear. And then again added the circle, okay, as we have add in our first frame like this, and here is also a circle here as well. Also I have the text here, the text. So this is one, this is another one, okay, and some additional text at the bottom. All right, then let's check the our next frame. Okay, so as you can see that there is so many things. let's break down. So here first we have the grid at this section, and there is, as usual, two text and some additional text here as well. And also there is a coin. Okay, there is a coin, and the coin has some like drop shadow here as well and here as well. Okay, also I have these ribbons. So one, two, three ribbons. Okay, so like how we do that, we usually take a pen tool and just draw this something like, let's take a point from here and let's take a point from here and just bend this. Okay, so we can get something like this. So we will do up to this frame. So I make the bit breakdown for you. Hope you understand how the animation is. The animation, you can see that it is spinning. So the coin is spinning like something like in this direction because it's coming from this direction, and it's also in this direction. Okay, and these ribbons have no animation. It has only frame animation. That's it, and nothing else. And they have used this from Audio Premiere Composer if you have, but I am going to use my own text presets. So yeah, grab them up. So roughly we broke down our reel, and let's create the visuals now. For that, I will take a sequence. So I have a pre-made sequence where I save this one, and the setting is frame size 1080 by 1920, and take the FPS 25 or maybe sometimes 30. So let's rename this liquid death. First, we will take a solid white, maybe something off white. Let's add a color matte. Let's take this a white off white F9 so you can see this code here. Okay. Now we will go to drop this down. Also, I need this voice.
Watch how Liquid Death went from $3 million to a $1.4 billion brand in under 6 years.
Now it will. So this is the liquid death, and let's add this first. Okay, one small changes I will do, that this video is on black and white, but I am not gonna use black and white. I will work with the actual color, and let's see how it looks. So here, as you can see that there is a bit drop shadow they added. So I will also add the drop shadow. So from the effects, we will take the drop shadow. Okay, so I have added another drop shadow to make it more intense. I will bring the opacity down, and let's make it 500. Um, let's make it more bigger. Scale is scale up. So now we will add this circle and remove the green screen, and let's add tint circle. So let's add this. So as you can see, this is already animated, and make it smaller a little bit. Now it will like something like this, and now add the text. So watch how. Okay, there is one more thing, the money. So I will take this one. I think it's not the exact money, but yeah, we can make our work done with this one. Not exact money this was, but it's okay. So I added the money, and also the money have the drop shadow as well. Now the drop shadow that I have used here, I will just simply copy and paste those. So select these both and copy and paste it here. Okay, I need to change the direction. So just simply change the direction. 187. Also for the another money. Okay, I will add a black and white effect in the money section. So simply put the tint effect, then turn into black and white, then take this to here. Now we will add the text. Okay, so let's use Premiere Composer for the text. No, I don't think that it will be useful for me right now. So simply I will go to Essential Graphics and I will use one of my text preset. And as I said, you will get those in the description box. So let's use this one. So you can also check all the assets and the file there as well. So it's saying watch how. Let's change the color. First I take 272727. And I think they have used Playfair, Playfair display. Maybe. What do you think? Similar to that, but I don't know what exactly the font is. I have another font, PP Editorial. Okay, so many of you have asked me that you don't have the exact font. So whatever font I will use, I will also add in the link. Okay, I think it's much closer. No, it's not. Okay, I think this is gonna for this one. I don't know exactly what font, so let's not waste your time on thing on too much. So this looks good font. Okay, and there is another font similarly used at here, went from. So I will also add that font now. So let's add went from and let's add here. All right, and then watch how there it says the liquid death. So let's duplicate this layer, press Alt and drag this up. It's duplicate. Now we will write our text liquid death. And the font is Helvetica New, bold and all caps. The Helvetica, maybe I think SF Pro. Yeah, quite similar to SF Pro. So let's use the bold one and 55. Okay, and so it's in the middle. And also another font which is $3 million. And let's bring it here. Now I don't want to add only this one is color and everything is in off color. Okay, so I will add some color on the text. So let's say I will take the color from here, the from the bottle. Exactly. So this is the color. Okay, it's not that visible. Let's make it more visible by adding this. Okay, I think it's now visible. And also the liquid depth. Pretty awesome. So it looks good. Now we are gonna move our next frame. So let's extend the color matte, the background here, and let's see. So there is a suitcase and the grid. Okay, and some text, some additional text, and yeah, with the money falling effect. Now let's go to assets, bring this down. Okay, scale it down, and then bring the grids and let's mask it. Take the opacity and mask, and I will take a rounded rectangle, a rounded mask. Okay, before that, I want to change the blend mode of this in multiply, and let's make the feather up. After I make the second frame, we will add the motion in the both frame. So now I can only see this and the money falling effect and nothing much. I have one. Let's add that. So I think this is that money falling effect.
To a $1.4 billion.
Now let's add the text. Simply I drag and drop this. Okay. So I will write the brand. Okay, but before it says $1.4 billion brand. And let's change the position. So now we will animate this one. So so for this, I will go to my transform and let's make the position and the rotation, and then go to this. Okay, because I rotate, that's why it's going like this. Okay, and let's take a look. It looks good, and with that, I need a rotation. So let's smooth this and make the curve like this. And also animate the notes, which will come after some time. So let's add the transform. Better we can don't add the transform. We can add the position only. So let's do like this and like that. Is in and is out, and just lay the curve and make the curve a little bit more. So something like this, and also here as well. So also at the curve, is in and is out, something like this. Now you can see. I don't know why, but I don't like this animation. So for that, I don't want the animation. So let's delete the transform. Let's nest it out first. So it's bottle black. Let's rename this, and then we will add the my transform effect on it, and let's see after 15 frame. Let's add the position, and yeah, now it's working good. So is in and is out. Also, okay, with the curvature, something like this, and with the rotation, let's add the rotation as well. I need the rotation like this here. Okay, a little bit of something like this because I want not a full rotation, something like this one. Okay, okay, this is gonna be more. Let's say 2 frame after is in and is out, similar to the previous curvature. So why I did this? Okay, you can see the difference of the motion when I use something like this. So it doesn't make much impact. Okay, but if I just delayed a bit, you can see the impact. Okay, it looks more spin. Okay, rather we keep like this. Okay, so let's take a few frame. Yeah, it looks good, but I want time for this. Yeah, now it's something looks like this. And now it comes to this layer, and only you can see here that there is a transition where This one goes down and this coming from the top to bottom. Okay. So this is the case where I am little bit of limitations with the Premiere. So what I will do, I will match with the subject, you know. So what I can do that I can change the position like from here to here, and when the starting of this frame, I will change this one from here to here. So which is called a match cut. So you can see something like this. Let's add in with the position or okay, with the transform position is also be good. So something like this, nothing too much, nothing fancy. Just simply put this like, okay, now for this one, let's also nest it, box, and let's add the transform effect here, and let's make the position. Okay, let's add the transform effect on the suitcase. But before that, maybe we can nest it suitcase, and then I will add a transform effect here, and then we will go for like two frame, sorry, 10 frame, because with the shift and the right arrow key it will go 5 frame each. So let's add the transform effect, the position here, and with the something like this. Okay, and you will see how smooth it will when it come up with the final result. Now let's do this, do that. Let's check. See, so it gonna be a match cut. So there is also some more text
$1 billion brand
in under 6 years. So let's duplicate this one and let's write in under 6 years. Let's do this here. Also, there is some drop shadow in the suitcase. So let's add the drop shadow here, and let's add the distance. Let's add another one and make this soften. Okay, it is quite more. So I can make the distance and make it opacity down. Okay, I don't want this because for this the text is not visible at all. Now to add the ribbon like this, I will use the pen tool, and let's add something like this. It won't be like the previous one because the After Effects had so much more options. Well, I don't have that. Okay, it's almost there. Just need to tweak the handles a little bit more, something like that. Also like this as well. Okay, now I want this to rotate. Let's rotate this. Okay, so this is like this. As I said, it will not looks the same, but we will gonna try to create almost like that. So just flip it. Let's add flip. So let's add vertical flip, and the rotation, scale it up. So something like this, and here I will drop this opacity, something like 60. So our second frame is also done.
went from $3 million to a $1.4 billion brand in under 6 years.
Okay, now we also want to add some more text. So it says liquid death isn't just water, it's rebellious lifestyle wrapped in aluminum. Okay, let's add this one. But for this, I will use my another text preset, which is this. Let's write it down and make it black. As I have used SF Pro, so I will use that. So the third frame is something like this. So the third frame is something like this. It has the bottle, the same circle, and also the same text also here. So let's extend the color matte because we will not changing the background because it's always white. So let's bring the cans and scale it down. Also there is the circle motion here as well, and let's scale it up a little bit. Then okay, that's it. And there is some text. They are not just okay. So now I will add the text. So let's add this text and bring it here and bring this selling water as well. Okay, not this one. I want this. Okay, and let's bring it down. And also the same text is written down there like that. But in this case, I will do like a regular. Okay, I think regular is looking more sophisticated. So regular. All right. And is there something else? Okay, this is written in the middle. So let's bring it in the middle and just place it here. That looks good. Okay, after the last frame, then the last two frame I will animate. So in the last frame, which is this. Okay, also this coin, if you can see what they did, they have used some depth of field. As you can see that this coin is a little blurry, okay, and this one is not blurred. Okay, so it brings some depth of field. Okay, let's know what is depth of field actually. So let's say this is our eye. Okay, I'm sorry, my drawing is pretty bad. So when our eye looks something, okay, it meets in a focal length. Okay, so it's called a focus, and this is called the focal length. And whatever is in the focus of the eye, it looks clear. All right, it looks clear. But the object is far from the focal length. Let's say the object is placed here, or the object is placed here. Okay, these both looks blur. Okay, so that's how the depth of field is measured. So this is when we blur this one. Okay, that means it is close to our eyes because it is big. Okay, so whatever is and the same object, if it is far, it looks small. Okay, it's very natural, and the same object, if in the close of the eyes, it looks bigger. So in this case it is bigger, and this one is at in the focal length. So our eye will always skip this part, but it looks very natural as it is skip here. So it draws our attention to this portion. Okay, this portion, because we have the text, so it draws our attention. So this is why the depth of field is very crucial for any design. Okay, now let's do the composition. So let's add the coin, and let's make it tint effect, and let's uh, increase the exposure, contrast, highlights, shadow, and make it more soft. So if I decrease the sharpen, it became soft. Now let's place this at here, something like this, and also this one is more bigger, comes here, and let's do something like this. Okay, it looks a bit warm, but okay, we also used a warm tone in this one. So in the text, okay, so a bit warm is easy for us to make it more appealing. Now there is the ribbon 1 and 2, and there is another ribbon here. So I name it ribbon. You might be named it something else. So that's up to you. And let's take the pen tool and something like this. And let's take another one like that and go to effects, go to stroke. In this case, I will take the color of this one for the ribbon. So here is the ribbon part, this one, and let's color it with this and make it center. Also for this, okay, I can't select that one. So let's take it here, and this one, let's take this and bring it here. And another one is here. So let's add another ribbon. So something like this. It's something like this. And so I need this. Okay. Now here there is also the grid. Okay. And as we said that this is blurred. So let's take this coin and go to Gaussian blur like 30. And also I make a little bit blurry this one because I feel that this is a bit far from a focal length. So let's add the Gaussian blur here as well, but it will be like 10 or 5, let's say 8. Hmm, it's good. And now let's add the grid and as I did before, so make it something like, so I need this grid here. So let's scale it down and make the feather up. Let's scale it here. Also, I want to add drop shadow here as well in the both of the coin. So the drop shadow will be here and here. So I'm gonna add the drop shadow from here, from the bottle. So here is the drop shadow. So I will add the drop shadow here and another drop shadow in the coin here and here as well. Okay, I think this is more intense and I don't like this at all. All right, and let's say 50 looks good, and the distance, let's move a bit far. All right, and then the text. Okay, they are selling rebellion is in this part, and the other text are here. So I will add the same text that I have used over and over again. It's nothing fancy. So they are selling, like selling they are selling they are selling here. Okay, let's make the grid, change the blending mode of the grid. Okay, they are selling, what? They are selling rebellion. So here is the text. So they are selling rebellion. Now let's scale it up and put this like here. and a little down. Perfect. And also I will add the text that I am gonna using like here at this position. And how about to scale it more? Something like 80. Yeah, looks good. Okay, and let's move it here and this one as well. So now I will animate this one and also that one. So this one, what I will do, I will make a slight movement in the suitcase in the scale portion. Okay, like this. Very slight, not very intense or hard. All right. Now, like this, like that, and so something like this, it will come up. And when it comes here, the two cans will appear with the scale, only the scale and the rotation as well. And let's say it is something like this, and the scale is much bigger, something like that. Okay. And now I will ease in and ease out this two layer. So, okay, I need this by here. Okay. So like this. No, I need more, something like this. Yeah, because the movement is very fast. So let's increase the time frame so that it can be something like that. So it looks more smooth, you know. I didn't add the transform effect here, but what I can add, okay, I will show you in the last. So it is very important to add more spice in your edit. Already the text is animating and we need to animate the coin here. So let's add transform effect here. So I added transform effect with the coin, and let's go to transform, and let's change the position. And before that, I also want to like add the rotation. Okay. So something like this. It looks really good. And let's add the position not too far. Okay. Something like this. Not totally. I will keep it out of frame. Always remember the reason why your editing looks cheap, because there is no continuous movement in your video. Okay. The more you add keyframes, the more you make your video like a little bit movement, not so hard, but a subtle movement. Your video looks very natural, and that will bring you more audience for you, okay, in your edit. So always try to add animations, or always try to add like any movement going on in your edit. Also, I will add the transform effect here. Okay, the reason why it is not actually, okay, now for this one, so let's add the position here. As I said, I will not gonna bring it out of the frame, and let's add the rotation, and this one, yeah, looks good. Also add the keyframe, smooth is out, and let's do something like this and something like this one. Okay. Okay, I think it's very fast. So it's very fast for me. I need to something like this. Okay, in transition places, what I will do, I will add a blur effect. So for that, I will take an adjustment layer here. Okay, I will keep the adjustment like 10 frame for the left and 10 frame for the right. So let's say it's starting from here. So something like this, and add the Gaussian blur, and let's bring the playhead here in the middle of the adjustment layer, and let's what I do, I label this, let's say mango. Okay. So let's make it 0, and this keyframe will go here and make it like 2030. I will take another keyframe which is 0. Let's delete that, and let's do here. Let's take it, bring it all over like this, and add blur effect here. So when it comes any transition phase, it will looks like this. Okay, got it. Great. Okay, let's make a cut here so that, like, make a marker so that we can easily snap this between the transition. Okay, this is already snapped, and again another one. So you can see the transitions here. Okay, so let's export, and your video is done. So if you like the video and if you like the tutorial, please hit the like button. And if you want more tutorials like this, subscribe to my channel. I will bring more tutorial.